We got. Sweet.
That was a deuce, not a middle finger. Just so you know.
Hey guys, we're gonna do a podcast of our Frank Lloyd Wright trip, and this is our first destination. You actually just saw the sign for the extremely high-end Biller Motel. It's $200 a night here, and got a big plasma.
It was $250.
$250.
Yeah.
Man,
that's fantastic. Great.
It's good stuff.
Okay.
Security guard outside. Cars in a locked garage. You don't have to worry, Mom. It's a good place.
Yeah, it's really safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we? Why doesn't Rudy show you around?
We're gonna show you.
Let's show him around the hotel room first.
Let's do that.
All right. Yeah, that's great.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
So over here we have our big plasma TV, and there's our stove. We're gonna cook burgers for breakfast, cause we're men. And then there's a really high-end sweet clock up there. I'm not getting that. Just the ceiling. Hold on.
It's dark. It's dark.
There, see it? It's kind of cool. Yeah. And then there's our bed. We were actually fighting over who got to sleep on the floor. I won. So did he. No one's taking the bed. Kind of a waste of $250. But yeah, so it's good. We had a good drive today. We made really good time. Saw a lot of interesting things. We started off at the Monona Terrace.
Yep.
Kevin's going to tell you about that.
I'll explain the day first. Rudy got to my house at 6:30 in the morning, and then we headed off. We were on the road by 8 o'clock once we got packed up and ran to school and gave our early absence reports. I did, at least. Rudy is a college student and much better than me because of it. Then we arrived at the Monona Terrace in Madison, Wisconsin, which was our first stop. Monona Terrace is a big conference center, and they hold conventions and stuff. And it was one of Frank Lloyd Wright's later works. I think it was processed for a while, but they didn't finally build it. 50 years. 10 years ago, was it?
10 years ago they built it. The guy's been dead for 50 years.
Yeah. So it was interesting. But we're not going to go too in depth yet. And we got there about 12:30, and our tour started at 1 o'clock. So we will show you pictures of the Monona Terrace by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Here we go. All right, we're going to have to talk really fast, so keep up with us. This is going to be, Kevin's going to go first, and this is going to be our podcast for the day. So if you need to hear us slower, check it out. YouTube only lets us have 9 and under 10-minute videos. So here's Kevin.
All right, guys, here we're approaching our first photograph. This is a model of Monona Terrace. This is the obviously the bird's eye view. And later you'll see Rudy and I on top of this. In the back there's some government buildings, which is Art Deco style. Well, that's the top of the building.
This was our tour guide. He, funny guy, he waited his whole life for this to be built. When he was a kid, Frank Lloyd Wright designed it, and he literally waited until 10 years ago when this building was built. Just an amazing guy to hear his story and talk about it. It's just awesome. Here's some of the first photos of the stairways to the level. Just all this just enlarged space that he loved, and indirect lighting. I mean, and even the signs and the font of Frank Lloyd Wright. Just absolutely amazing to see this. Yeah,
this is a theater that could be rented out. This is just another like conference area or kind of like general meeting area. This is the same picture, front of the terrace, kind of an entrance, and another similar shot of the entrance.
You saw these windows in the model view.
This is when you first walk in, facing the opposite direction. So that's the front entrance. This is the other direction, opposite of what you saw before. This is a big hall area.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. The lights go down, and you'll see that later.
Look at that. Ugh.
That's the side of the hall. This is the ugly carpet that was very controversial, especially with that green you see there. This is another picture of the hall. When actually, I think the lights were off in this picture, actually this one, and they're actually lit up. It's really awesome.
They were supposed to be glass, but they couldn't afford it, so they built plastic.
This is cherry nut wood, and it was controversial because Frank Lloyd Wright originally wanted
a different kind.
Wanted a different kind. But anyways, go ahead.
This is the outside from what you saw earlier. Just absolutely amazing. Like this is This is Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture, and it was awesome for us to see it. We really enjoyed some of these photos. Kevin took a lot of these, and they're just, I mean, I mean, look at the plants just hanging on the side. He had to incorporate nature with everything that he did, and it was just beautiful to see his work.
Okay, there's another hall that you could rent out. This is the Madison Sports Hall of Fame with all the Madison College kids that went on to be famous or whatever. There's another shot of that entrance area, that stairway. This was my favorite part. It was really, really cool with all just the circular architecture. Some of the Art Deco government buildings in the back. I think once again another shot. This is exciting. The Capitol building that you could see right from the top of Monona Terrace, facing away.
There's us. Top of the model, if you remember earlier. There we are.
There's a couple famous guys there.
Jumped up on there real quick.
Oh, look at that.
Weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere.
Rebels. Oh, look at that guy.
Rudy's angry.
What is he doing? I'm mad. I am frustrated. Look at the snow moved away.
Who's that guy?
Oh,
Who's a
Kevin, he's jumping around.
Right, that's
Lost
great.
his glasses. Oh, good stuff.
Go ahead. This is the Unitarian Meeting House, about 20 minutes away from the terrace. This is just a really cool shot that we got of the very tip of the building. Another shot of the front. A lot of these are shots of the front because that's kind of like the coolest part of the building, in my opinion. Yep, and once again the incorporation in nature, the trees all around. So like that's essentially what we tried to do with our camera too, is incorporate the leaves and stuff with the shots that we took. This is
just a beautiful structure. I mean, the way everything was laid out, and just this place of worship for people of is it Unitarian? The Unitarians. Just a really cool place to be in and experience. There actually just wasn't anyone there. We just walked in and looked around. Just awesome to see. Kevin got to play the piano there. There we are, two bogus kids there.
I got yelled at. Yeah, this is right before I got yelled at. Yeah,
that's all right. And then here's us. Look real quick. There we are. Oh, good stuff.
Yep. So that's the front of it.
Then the next place we went was awesome. This was the Usonian One house, Jacob's house that he made, and it was the first one, and it's actually privately owned. So we went and took photos out of it, and then we decided to knock on the door just to see if we could get lucky. And luckily, a guy who was an art history professor at the UW-Madison let us into the place to look at the house. I mean, we got so lucky. It was just awesome. So these are some of the photos of outside.
I think he was retired, actually.
Yeah, he was retired. But and the outside of it was just awesome. The water was dripping and falling from the top as the snow was melting. I mean, it was just beautiful.
It was really cool because a lot of the people on this trip have been very generous. Apparently, it's not a super common thing to do what we're doing, even though I figured it would be. But it seemed as this guy was willing to open up his house, kind of for the sake of art.
Greatly appreciated.
Rudy and I both. This could have been a statue that Frank Lloyd Wright has made. It could have been a replica too. This is the interior. Rudy, you want to talk about the interior?
Just look at a lot of these things were designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. This chair, the lamp you just saw, all of this open interior space that he just adored. And I mean, the guy says he still uses the fireplace as he rents out the place. Here's some of his books. Obviously a professor. He designed the upholstery to go on those couches there. Look at that. Oh, that's just cool. Probably not comfortable, but it's beautiful. And the table he designed is the guy. I think his name was John, maybe. I'm not sure.
His name is Jim.
Jim. And this is the kitchen area, which of course is open, and the bathroom.
It's really small, but really cool.
Indirect light again, gorgeous. And here's a cool little snapshot.
It's outside the house.
Yeah, and then we went kind of hunting for another one, and we found one, but the people were home. I think they were just ignoring us. So this was...
I took these shots from my belt as we were running away.
Yeah, we were running.
Rudy was running.
That's me excited, running.
Like right before he got arrested.
I was there. Kind of. And then, Highway Harry's. Good stuff. We stayed there to eat. It was actually really fancy and nice. And there's the Bill Motel. Thanks for listening in. Check in tomorrow.
Check in tomorrow.
Bye. Okay, good stuff.
Hey, we're still recording.
We're still recording.
Okay.